guest today. Talk a little bit about Tammy.
Yeah, sure. Well, first off, Tammy has been a part of my sublimation for beginners and beyond for probably, how long, Tammy? I'm not really sure, but a long time for sure.
Quite a while. I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah, but she's one of our designated and approved designers in our group, and that is really important distinction. And the reason is because, you want to make sure, one, that the designs are high quality, and that when somebody is, printing it off, that they're not going to get pixelated images if they make it big enough for a mug and now it's pixelated. And personally, I absolutely love Tammy's design. She is amazing. And I'm sure at least 3 years she has been selling in my group. And she comes up with the most incredible designs, in my opinion. I love being able to do them. And so, Tammy, I would just tell you that I am honored that you said yes to be a part of this, and that you wanted to be here to, just to share with other people who you are and where they can find you, because people need your designs, I can tell you. That's the truth.
Yeah, so the goal here today is to talk about elements of great designs and share.
Yes.
And Tammy can share with us tips that you can use to make your designs better. You can also go take a look, which is what I did, at Tammy's Etsy store, which is Inspirations by DK. Inspirations by TK. And I instantly spotted some Mardi Gras designs, fleur-de-lis, things like that, which are, of course, a big thing where Tammy is in Louisiana, but also a big thing here in Mobile, where we also have Mardi Gras. So, and again, one of the things I teach in my courses is the concept of value. And really, when you're thinking about value of a sublimated product, for instance, there are really three elements to that. Number one is the value of the blank substrate. For instance, a piece of slate, that has some value, even blank, because it's very heavy. Of course, it needs something on it. And then number two is the artwork that goes on it. And then number three is your sales and marketing strategy. Are you selling like you're at a flea market? Are you selling like you're at a upscale boutique? And so, Tammy, share with us a little bit of what are the elements that our clients can take advantage of to have great artwork.
Well, first of all, it begins with, what you're using, as far as which program you're using, and having knowledge of that particular program. That helps the first step. Then you need quality designs, whether it be a JPEG or a PNG, and you needed at least 300 DPI or greater for it to, not be pixelated and the size you need and everything else. And all of my designs are at least 300 or greater.
Okay. Do you also offer some vector art?
No vector.
Okay, gotcha.
All my artwork is flattened and it's not modifiable. Now I do have customers that request certain things or need something done.
Okay, so they're available as PNG or JPEG, but if just for discussion's sake, if one of our clients wanted to produce their own artwork, what advice would you have? Would you give them to make some of their, for instance, some of their existing artwork more valuable, more eye-catching? more colorful? Do you have some advice?
Well, like I said, there again, it depends on the program. Each program can be different and give you different color variations. So to begin with, you need to know the program that you're using. And then as far as I draw a lot of my own, plus I use different elements that I get from other artists that I buy commercial license for to be able to use them.
Okay.
So that whenever I do add, that is a quality product.
Okay.
So Tammy, what program do you use?
Right now, I'm still learning Affinity. I've worked with Silhouette ever since Silhouette came out, so I can work it inside out. But like I said, I'm learning Affinity and love it.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, it's a good program. It really is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's powerful for sure.
A lot of our clients use Sawgrass's Creative Studio. Can your designs be imported into Creative Studio?
Yes, as far as I know, no one's had any problems importing them into Creative Studio. Now, I've never used Sawgrass, but I have a lot of customers that do.
Yeah, Creative Studio is a very easy platform to use, and of course, there's nothing to quote install. It's a web-based designer, so that's good. So as far as if someone was to buy one of your designs, are there any restrictions with using that design?
You're not allowed to resell the design. It has to go onto a product.
Okay.
And I also don't allow the sale of transfers.
You don't allow what?
But they get it from transfers. In other words, if they want to print it off and just sell the print.
Okay. You do not allow that. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. So basically, you're getting the artwork for putting it on a product yourself.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And they're usually sized to where just one design can be used, whether it be from a pillow, a flag, down to a poster, coffee cup, whatever.
Okay. And I take it these are. Go ahead, Cheryl.
Yeah, so they're able to be modified up and down and not lose their scalability.
Gotcha.
Right.
Like a vector. Okay, that's great. That's really good to know.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm a fan of vector art simply because you can make it as big as you want without worrying about resolution. So that I noticed on your Etsy store that when you're showing your artwork, it looks really good, by the way. It's obviously on a product like earrings or a garden flag. Can you walk us through how you created those mock-up photos?
Okay, for some reason it's hesitating. As far as the mock-ups go, I try to show what the product would look like on different substrates or whatever to give the client an idea of what, when they're purchasing, what they can actually do with it. Some of the mock-ups I make myself, some of them are purchased mock-ups or whatever. Some of them are the actual design on, a substrate that I've taken a picture of. So it's just a multi-use.
Okay. So so what you're saying is you bought some mock-ups that you then put your artwork on. You've done some of your own mock-ups, and then you've actually taken, I guess, a photograph of the decorated product, right?
Correct. Like I said, there's different ones or whatever. And I mean, I have over 2,000, and there's no way I can do product for each and every, design. I do test them or whatever on a piece of polyester fabric to make sure of my color and everything else before it's ever even posted, on my site. I want to make sure that it's going to be quality graphic.
Is there a mock-up service you would recommend for people to go buy a product that's ready to be mocked up?
There's one that I use in particular, and I'm going to say it's Style Products. And I hate it because she's a really awesome at what she does, whatever. I'd have to get that one.
I will
for
get
you.
it because she is really good.
Who's that?
She is.
There's someone that sells on Etsy, and I'll get it for you.
Okay.
I'll try
So
to
we
see if
can put it in the
Okay.
in the notes area.
Yeah.
But that's a common thing and we here at Condi are considering starting to offer mock-ups for our products.
That would be great.
It appears to be just sort of a natural evolution of sort of the value equation, because with so many people, of course, buying online, you really need it. Getting a lot of compliments. So one of the things, let's get out of the way first, is if someone does want to contact you directly, obviously they can contact you right off your Etsy store. So that's what I checked out just a little while ago. But do you have an email address we could give out?
Just by TK at Yahoo.
I heard the yahoo.com. What was the first part?
Inspirations by TK.
Okay, inspirations, plural, by TK at yahoo.com. So I'll get Bo to
Correct.
put that in post. Inspirations by TK at yahoo.com. Again, you've got your Etsy store. I checked out your Facebook page. I take it, going back to your designs, so they're raster designs, available as a JPEG or PNG?
Correct.
Okay, and I take it they're RGB?
They're high resolution. Yes.
RGB. And so obviously resolution, for those that maybe don't quite understand resolution, basically a PNG or a JPEG is just a block of dots and has so many dots going across, so many dots going down, then you stretch it into the print size, and once you have a print size, that determines resolution. And so I take it you got probably a lot of dots because you probably do your designs vector and then save them as a raster design. Okay.
Correct.
Gotcha. So as far as, just switching gears here, as far as what is selling, what's popular in the market, what trends are you seeing as far as what's in fashion, what are we trending towards, as far as what are people buying, what are the designs that are really hot?
Well, coming out of Christmas, of course, you saw a lot of Christmas designs, and now Easter and Valentine's Day are coming up. But as far as every day, a lot of mine are more or less Christian, designs that are selling, especially anything to do with the cross or anything like that. It's just whatever people want. But right now, yeah, very inspirational, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Obviously, designs that are structured around a life event, like a wedding and things like that, and then things that are structured around some sort of holiday or, like Easter, for instance, Mardi Gras. Of course, Mardi Gras, we track Mardi Gras into Ash Wednesday to Lent, and then, of course, to Easter. So around here, everything is sort of rolled into one. It's just one continuous thing. As far as product trends, I noticed you had a lot of earrings on your Etsy site. What are some of the hotter products you're seeing?
Actually, it's the skinny tumblers.
Okay.
I mean, apparently they're selling like crazy because I'm always getting asked, well, can you do a design with such and such on it or whatever? And the skinny tumblers are just extremely popular. The license plates actually are starting to get popular. And during your Black Friday sale, Black Friday week, that's the first time I've used slates, and I've fallen in love with slates.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one right here.
Yeah.
Oh, show us.
I don't know if you can see this.
Go ahead and lift it up.
Yeah, you got to lift it up.
Okay. A little further.
A little more.
There
yeah.
you go.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
So you've got a
Wow.
graphic.
There we go.
You've got a graphic. You've got a Bible verse, and then you've got the book and chapter and verse on it. Okay.
Right.
Good deal.
That is gorgeous.
That really is.
Thank you.
I love blues and purples. Blue's my favorite color by far.
Here's the poster for Valentine's
Oh,
done on
cool.
one of your Condi posters.
Love it.
And then the pendant that you just came out with,
Yep.
which, by the way, everybody's,
We
but
missed.
I don't know if you can see this or not.
I didn't. Okay, there it is. I didn't hear everything you said about the pennant, but yeah, we love it.
It's gorgeous, Tammy.
It's sublimated beautifully.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. But everybody's asking for earrings to match. They need just a little bit smaller.
Yep, and we definitely are going to do that. Our coating facility and stamping facility is now up and running, and you'll see a lot of products. Excuse me. You'll see a lot of products from us, and we are very much in the mode of looking for product suggestions. Going back to the skinny tumbler, I have to agree with you. That is a, pardon the pun, tremendously hot product.
It is. It's a hot seller.
Yeah, my wife loves hers, and it's after you do a couple, it's an easy product to do in the oven. It's an easy product to minimize the seam, of course, and it's a product that you can do in the George Knight DK3D if you want to do it in the press. You turn it halfway through, and for those out there, you use an extra green pad because it is, quote, quote, skinny. And so great product available in white and silver. Wow, Cheryl, beautiful product.
This is a design by Tammy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's
It's
an example,
absolutely
Tammy,
beautiful.
that they've modified because it had a area for customization. In this case, the letter C. So
Yeah,
is that typical of many of your designs that you leave an area for personalization?
Right. There's a lot of them to where you can monogram it or, for personalization on the skinnies, on quite a few different graphics as flags and so forth.
Yeah.
So here's a license plate. Yes, I do sell a lot of garden flag. Let's see. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
that's
do I need to go?
gorgeous. Wow. That's absolutely gorgeous.
It really is.
That's on one of your license plates. But now my favorite substrate that you have would have to be,
I love it. Oh, it's
you see
beautiful.
that aluminum
Yeah,
pillar.
you got to bring it up just a little
Is
more.
that
or-
the table mat, or is that the pillow sham?
It's a pillow sham.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, is that gorgeous?
That really is.
Wow.
But they sublimate so well. I mean, I love them.
That's my favorite Condi product too. Without a doubt.
Yeah. In fact, we were looking at our product roadmap for this year, and the pillow shams have done extraordinarily well. And so the question is, do we need more? You know, and so more
Yeah.
is a little hard to define when you got a bunch already. But you know, obviously there's a lot of pillows in people's homes or offices or tree houses or wherever they hang out. They've got these beautiful personalized pillows. So really cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So really talking about something you may not have focused a lot on is selling price. What do you think a pillow with that artwork on it? What do you think that should sell for?
Well, it's going to depend on your location. Different places can get by with different things, naturally. But there again, by having the high quality, design graphics on it, and you should be able to get more where it's not a faded look or just kind of blah. It pops. I live in Natchitoches, which is a historic town. We have what's called Front Street with all kinds of boutiques and just big poodles of shops up and down the street. Natchitoches is the oldest settlement in Louisiana. So, I mean, I can get $40 for just the sham without the insert in.
Yeah, I believe you. I
Yeah.
believe you.
Me too.
You know, and I think some of the magic of getting a lot for products, that of course is your method of selling the product, and you know, people still love going into a shop and buying product, and I think one of the advantages, of course, with sublimation is it's a short-run technology, so you don't have to stock a lot of anything, decorated, that is. They can pick out their design. Potentially, they could get it personalized, and they could pick it up
Right.
on their next run through. Send them down the
Right.
the hall there, and so, wow, you think about the potential. So, what I see a lot of is what I'll call my shout box. The shout box is a wooden frame with a hardboard insert. You see a whole lot of those for home decor. Everything from, welcome to this family, or remember to wash your hands. My favorite that I made, I think I mentioned it to Cheryl before, is wash your hands or something, because if you don't, that's gross.
Right.
I forget the exact words, but again, it's an eye catcher, and people, when they go into our little guest bathroom, they always come out chuckling, about that. So, I mean,
I would imagine that's cute.
yeah. So the point is that you're taking a great design, potentially personalizing it, putting it on a product that is sort of a no-brainer for people to take home. It's really a no-brainer. Could be something for the wall, for the sofa, and so sublimation is sort of that endless technology of putting a smile on people's face, making them feel good, and that's why I love sublimation decorating.
Me too.
Well, let's see what questions we have here.
Okay.
Bo, what do you think? We've had a lot of compliments about your designs, about the designs and the products, of course, that you showed us. About how many designs do you think you have total at this point?
I want to say probably about 23 to 2,500.
Okay, gotcha. And are you always working on some new ones?
Always.
Okay. And
If I stop, it's like I get in a rut.
yeah, shoot us a couple
sorry?
down here from Mardi Gras, and we'll put some on display. Bo and I were just
All right.
talking about my ball, which is my organization's ball is the Wednesday before Mardi Gras Tuesday. And so I'm already thinking about what products that I'm going to provide the members of our room, the ladies, probably do some jewelry. I may do our pennant this year. I really like that new product.
What day is Mardi Gras, David?
It's like March 2nd or something.
So early again.
March 1st is what Rodeo Bo says.
Can you hear me, Tammy?
Yeah, we
I
can.
hear you.
I got another question on here. If you don't mind repeating yourself, where can the viewers find your designs, and how can they contact you?
Okay, you broke up on me.
He wants to know about where your designs are. So I found them in your Etsy store. Is that the best place?
That's the only place I offer them is on Etsy. It's Inspirations by TK.
Okay, so I went to Etsy, and in the search, I typed in Inspirations, a space, by, another space, and then TK. And I found her store, and just gorgeous designs. At first, you look at the store and you don't realize that these are designs. You think she's selling the decorated product, but right under each photograph, we'll put digital download on there. And then you had your email address, which is inspirations, plural, by TK at yahoo.com.
Correct.
Good, David.
Yeah. Huh?
I said you're good. You're
Oh,
good.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got that.
All
Yeah.
right, Rodeo Bo, what else we have here?
We got.
Well, let me ask you while he's looking, Tammy, for the folks out there that want to sort of test drive a design, do you have something that potentially we could just give away to people as a test drive so they could just see how your design works in whatever program they're printing from?
Sure. I'll get one to you.
Okay, and what we'll do is we will post it, on our Facebook page, and people can do a little test drive to use it. But literally, it should work in any program, period.
Yeah.
And so that's great. Thank you.
Hey, Tammy, we got a question here from Joanne, and she's asking, what advice or tutorials would you recommend for someone starting off with Photoshop or in Affinity?
There's different features and things you can find on YouTube for Affinity. Photoshop, I'm not familiar with. I haven't used that particular program. Like I said, I started out drawing. That's been my main thing. And then whenever I did start, I started off with vinyl, like a lot of people used to make the SVGs. and sell them. And I just went on from there and, started designing. So, I mean, any program is going to have a learning curve. That's like me with Affinity, trying to learn it.
Yeah,
Well,
what I
So
find
I'd like
is, go ahead,
I'd
Cheryl.
like to jump in and just say that if you would like to take some classes, we have a mini summit coming up that's going to have Silhouette, it's going to have Photoshop, and it's going to have Corel Draw. And I would recommend it. Condi has a coupon code. You can go to sublimationsummit.com and go into registration. And I believe it's Condi 8, and you'll get $8 off the ticket price. And that is for the full pass, which means that you will have the ability to go to the class on January 28th, and then be able to watch the videos once they get uploaded until February 28th. So, but that's a great place to get some training and then to be able to go back and watch those classes.
And let me just reiterate
there's
on
some
the
awesome
summit.
teachers on there.
Say
Go
again,
ahead.
Tammy. Let me reiterate on the summit. So we did send out an email just explaining the summit. It's a one-day event. It's basically like a Zoom event that you're watching the classes. If you watch the class, you can, send questions in to interact with the class, which is really cool. And the classes are, of course, centric on our world, which is sublimation, with a little bit of the secondary world, which is white toner printing. White toner printing is the DTG alternative for doing like a black cotton shirt. And so these classes will be, very cutting edge classes, up to date. And one of the reasons is Miss Cheryl has done this for so many years. The summit, we put on a lot. And so all of us that participate in it know that we need to be delivering really cutting information. In addition, if you buy we'll call it the normal ticket, then you're going to be able to watch the classes again and potentially watch the classes you didn't see. And if you weren't able to attend the live event, well, you can watch the classes at your convenience up to a point where the videos are taken down. So just highly recommended. And the cost of this summit is almost free. I think you go out to eat, you're spending more than the summit by far. So take advantage of this information. I am going to teach at the request of some folks in previous summits. I'm going to teach on the Condi kiosk. It's a method of setting up in an event so that you can get the photo from somebody's phone with minimal hassle. And so it's just a slick way to close sales right away. Eliminate those barriers, no emailing, no texting, right away. So, and you can do some other things with it too. Sprite, I don't think is quite finished with her topic. She, Sprite had a little bit of a appendicitis issue, unfortunately, but I think she's going to be back going on Monday. I need to tell her break time is over. And then Doug will teach on really what the basics of white toner printing are. White toner printing to me is one of the very best ways to do digital shirts. So highly recommended. And then I think Miss Cheryl is going to have a normal summit in March, right? A virtual still, but it's going to be in March. And
3-day event, yeah.
Is Miss Tammy going to teach at that one?
She's not saying to him.
Okay. Well, at any
No,
rate,
I'm not a teacher. I'm hands-on.
so you're an artist. You're an artist.
But I can't recommend the summit enough. I mean, I was at the very first summit in, Georgia. Absolutely amazing. The virtual summits thereafter, absolutely amazing. I cannot tell you the what I have learned. I mean, and then going back to the classes I was unable to watch because you have so many to choose from, and to be able to go back and okay, I wasn't able to take this one because I wanted this one. Well, I can go back later further. So the summit, it's just amazing. I mean, there's just a wealth of information.
Yeah. Well, and we're always trying to bring people in that, are cutting edge, that like we have somebody teaching Canva for the first time. That's going to be great. We have, I think, 14 or 15 classes. So you can't take 14, 15 classes in 8 hours. So the ones, they're going to have 2 classes an hour. So the ones that you can't see, you'll be able to go back in and watch. But what we do is it's a Zoom class where you're actually a participant in the Zoom. So you get on, so you would be like us, you would be inside. And then if you have questions, we use about 10 minutes at the end of each class to take questions and answers. And so like in the case of David teaching the kiosk, so at the end of his class, when people want to ask the live questions, and so I always tell people, make sure you take the class that you think you're going to have questions in so that you can ask during that time when the instructor is there, when you have access to them. So David will be teaching that, and a lot of people have been asking for that kiosk class. So I'm super happy that he's...
And I can tell you this, that none of us are teaching to, we'll call it, profit from it.
Right.
Miss Cheryl does this, it's her, we'll call it advocation. Maybe that's a good word. In my case, we teach because in order for you to be successful, as Tammy's talked about here today, you got to put out great product. It's as simple as that. And so how do we help people be successful? And certainly, I think the number one component is of course, to have a good partner like ours, but the number one component is education, so that you make good decisions. And it starts, of course, with good equipment, learning to use your software, of course, good designs. For instance, we're about to roll out our next generation pricing tool. We were supposed to roll it out on Monday, but with Sprite's little issue, we decided to delay it, but we'll be rolling that out because we found that at the end of the day, the number one mistake that people make is they sell for too little. They have crazy ideas in their mind about how to determine selling price. And it's not based on a formula. It's based on, really, we'll call it what the market will bear, or what the value of the product is, or of course ultimately what people will pay for it. And so there's a lot of folks that you'll see start an Etsy store, and in a couple of months they're not there. And very often it has something to do with their pricing strategy. So you think about a mug. Well, a mug certainly costs under $2. And are you going to sell it for $4? Are you going to sell it for $6 or $8? You're not. So a typical mug would sell in the $15 to $20 range. And if it's really nice and fancy, and then you can obviously get more if it's got great artwork on it, and it's personalized. You can continue getting more and more for that great looking product. Well, we're gonna head and start winding down here. So Cheryl or Tammy, any parting comments?
I'll let Tammy
No,
go.
I just want to thank my customers for supporting me. Without them, I couldn't do what I do. I absolutely love designing. And like I had said before, it's a win-win. I mean, I get to do what I love. They get to make a product and sell beautiful artwork and designs and whatever product they're making. And then the customer in the end, gets to have it as well. So it's just a trickle-down effect. It works awesome.
Have you ever gone into a place and seen your artwork on a product?
Yes, I have. That was strange.
Isn't that cool?
That was really strange.
Right.
It is.
Well, thank you, ladies, and we look forward to doing this again.
Absolutely.
And thank everybody in Candyland out there. Be safe, and we will be back with you with another episode of great educational content. Let us know how we can be of service to you. This is David Gross with Condy Systems. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.